Hector Mirai, and you're listening to Faith and Fandom 180 on LTN Radio. So in the little bit of free time I've had lately, I've been playing Legend of Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom. And it is very different than literally any Zelda game that's ever existed. Like, it's as different as Breath of the Wild is from every other Zelda game. And it's cool. And one of the main functions of gameplay is that Zelda has a staff. And whenever she encounters a bad guy and defeats it for the first time, she can then take an echo of that bad guy and use it as a weapon or a tool for her advancement. You know, it doesn't even have to be a bad guy. It can be furniture. It can be a bed, which is literally the most useful thing in the game so far. You can build stairs, works wonders. But you can also throw out a moblin. You can throw out an armored knight with a axe. You can throw out an octorok. I mean, you can literally take every negative encounter you have in the game, minus like the big bosses, and turn it into a weapon. It's taking your obstacles and making them your arsenal, which I just think is a really dope idea. And it's one of the things that I think honestly echoes a big truth of scripture, is that the stuff that we face and we go through isn't wasted. Even if it's painful in the experience, it's not something that God is just letting be cast aside. And one of the verses that echoes that more than anything is Romans 8:28. Says, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose." And that verse, you know, while it is one of those verses that is very stitch it on a pillow friendly, it's also super true in the fact that the stuff that we experience, the obstacles, the struggles, the frustrations, the fears, are things that God is going to use to work together for good. And in Zelda's case, she can do it pretty much immediately. And in that case, I believe that happens sometimes with us too, that the things we go through immediately, God can use. But there's nothing we're going to face in this life that God isn't going to use for our eternal betterment and his glory. If you'd like to learn more about Faith and Fandom, head on over to faithandfandom.org, where you can learn about our Comic-Con ministry, podcast, memes, apparel, and book series. You can even read new chapters before they make it to the next book. I'm Hector Mirai, and thank you for spending the last 180 seconds with me.